Hello and welcome back to Chris Makes a Dumb Tier List. No, that's not the name of this series. You know what? I've been thinking, it's Drunken Tears, but I'm not drunk this time because I'm like, hey, it is 11:07 a.m. I don't need a beer right now. I don't. I really don't. But you know what? I'm thinking of calling this series Judging a Book by Its Cover. It's probably already a series somewhere. But hey, why not? We're going to judge a book by its cover today. We're going to do the Give Yourself Goosebumps books. All right. I already did the regular Goosebumps. Why not do the Give Yourself Goosebumps? Let's give myself goosebumps and we look at these guys, but we're gonna rename these. Okay. So S tier, I think in the original it was like Jacobus's Pride or something. Jacobus only did the first cover. The rest were done by two other guys. And let's see. Oh wait, no, I think it was originally Jacobus Classic. So let's call this one Jacobus Would Be Proud. Yeah. There we go. That's a good name. A is applesauce. No. A tier is gonna be plot point A. No. Oh yeah, it should be kind of related to the actual Give Yourself Goosebumps. So good ending. We'll call this one good ending tier. There we go. Good ending tier. We'll call this one. I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, well, this one's just gonna be just bad ending. Bad ending tier. Okay, so that's those are my at least my second best and bottom. Good stuff there. Okay, but what's gonna be the in between? Non-satisfying. Why would you? Well, why don't you correct me then? Not non-ratifying. Not, yeah, okay, fine. Non-ratifying ending. Wait, I got it. Anticlimactic ending. Done. Oh, wait. Instead of bad ending, death ending. Death ending tier. Because this cover will kill you. It'll just kill you. Just like Welcome to Dead House, it'll just kill you. And we'll call the middle tier. What do we call that one? We'll call that one acceptable ending. Acceptable ending tier. And there we go. We got our tiers. We got ourselves Jacobus Would Be Proud, good ending tier, acceptable ending tier, anticlimactic ending tier, and death ending tier. Here we go. All right, so we're going to start off with the only Jacobus cover, the Escape from the Carnivals of Horror. Carnival of Horrors, not carnivals. God, I look at the purple alligator. It's got some bloody looking spit drooling out. But do I think, when we look at a cover, we look at the title, we look at the cover. We need to know if this is an acceptable cover to go with this title. And when I think Carnival of Horror, I don't think purple alligator breaking out of its cage. I think Escape from the Zoo of Horror or something, horror zoo. I don't know, or Tiger Island, something like that. I don't think Carnival of Horror. So that's definitely going to bring it down. Jacobus Would Be Proud. He's not going to be so proud on this one, Gosh, but I like the fierce eyes. I like the fierce red eyes. I like the purple, but I'm not a big fan of the whole color on this one. I think the green and purple, they don't really match on this one. The glowing green with the purple. Just not working for me. Like it could work in another way, but just not this time. I'm gonna say this one's just an acceptable ending. It's acceptable just because it is a Jacobus one. I think I'm giving it a little bit of bonus points because it's a actual Jacobus cover, but it's not that great. It's definitely, it would be lower on the tier list if it wasn't for the fact that it was a Jacobus book. Tick Tock, You're Dead. The first Mark Nagata cover, and he'll be doing the covers up until I think Zapped into Space. And I don't know how I feel about this one. I like the face. I like the clock face. It's really good. And I'm thinking to myself, TikTok, I'm dead. Holy shit, that clock is gonna kill me. That clock's gonna knock my clock off. No, that's not a term, is it? It's not. No. No. Is it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at this cover. I'm not digging the blue and red with purple and green. It's a little too clashy for my taste. I don't know. I'm looking at this with the color's eyes, and I'm just not liking it. I'm not liking those four colors together. I do look at this cover. I think it's kind of I like the face. I won't lie. The face on the clock is really spooky. I look at the kid. He's freaking out. He's on the minute hand. It's gonna be facing down soon. Fucking what's it called? Once we get to the 30-minute mark, he's doomed. He's 15 minutes away from death. I mean, that's if you can hold on for 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna call this one an anticlimactic ending. Yeah, I'm not feeling this one either. Just not. I don't know why I'm doing a Brooklyn accent. Oh, ow! Trapped in Batwing hull. I like this bat. I like the spooky, ooky bat. I like its claws. I think it has too many claws. I don't know. I don't know how many claws. How many claws do bats have? And do they have that little? Oh no, wait, that's not the rear claw. That's. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it on a bigger screen here. Obviously, I'm looking at it on my phone while I have it on the computer going. And yeah, I miss all the what's it called? The little bat underclaw thing, the wing claws on the bottom part. I thought that was like a sixth claw for them, and I'm like, what? Bats don't have six claws. But then again, I don't think bats have five claws? I don't know, but this is a pretty spooky cover. I'm gonna give it that at least. I'm liking this bat. He's very curvaceous, very, curving with you. Though I'm not a big fan of the gold outside. I don't think that one works well for this one. I feel like this one would have worked well for like a. Yeah, I like the background, the purples and the red of the actual picture itself. It goes really well with the bat. But God, the borders are just awful on the Give Yourself Goosebumps books, aren't they? They just do not go well with the backgrounds. Who chose these borders? I forgot. I like it more than the alligator, but those colors are what bothering me. And if you hear a bit of a, we got landscapers today at the apartment complex. It's Friday, yay, yay! Deadly Experiments of Dr. Eek. Ooh, I do like the Vampirella on the cover. Gonna admit, he monkey always. Yep. Yeah, Jacobus would be proud of this one. Just because monkey doing experiments. Ooh, I'm missing acids and bases. I'm gonna make an explosion. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Me not good monkey. Me not Dr. Eek. Me Vampirella. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's all I gotta say about this guy. Yeah, I like this cover. I don't care for that background though on it. It's kind of just. I feel like the backgrounds are kind of boring. Like I'm regretting putting this one so low when I'm looking at the background compared to the rest, because like I look at this one, I'm like, oh, this one actually has a really good background with the bricks and shit. And then I look at all the other three I've rated so far, and they're just very bland, boring backgrounds of just colored walls. I'm not bashing it here. There's going to be a few more of these coming up, but it's kind of disappointing looking at them being like, really? That's all we're getting here? But yeah, Vampirella gets Jacobus would be proud for me. All right, Night in Werewolf Woods. Ooh, I do not like this cover. This is a bad cover. And you know what bugs me the most? It probably has my favorite color so far, color scheme altogether. The pink and blue with the nice dark sky and the red glow underneath the main snarling wolf's kind of face. It looks really good together, I think. But gosh, dang it. these wolves look terrible. They look really bad. Like this person, like no offense to Mark Nagata, he doesn't do and he does no, that's a lie. He does animals really well. He did Vampirella, he did the bat. Those are two really good designs. But I look at these wolves and I'm like, something's wrong. They're a little too bear-like almost. Like I look at these and I'm like, I'm not scared of these wolves. I'm more like, what's wrong with them? Should we put them down? Are they like bad? Death ending tier. Bad cover. Not the good cover. Beware of the purple peanut butter. Ooh, don't eat it. They'll also make you tiny. Spoilers. Actually, I like this cover quite a bit. I like this. It kind of gives me that like a Monster Blood kind of feel of like the first cover, even though I said I wasn't a big fan of that one because it's just glasses going down. But you know what? We miss out on any goopy kid time here. We miss out on this. This is Double Dare book. This is a book about Double Dare, right? Like prove me wrong. This is not Double Dare. That's all I want to know. Because the kid is going inside the giant sandwich trying to find that flag, and he's just having a rough time. They always had a rough time whenever they had to find a flag inside one of those. But you know what? I hit the table, but it's okay. Where would this one fall for me? I'm liking it. I really like the goopy purple peanut butter. I like that he's literally being eaten by the sandwich, which makes no sense. I don't know. I like this one. I think it's got a really cool cover. It really exemplifies the title. Like that's the thing with I'm not even really thinking that with a lot of these other ones. Like Batwing Hall, it's like, oh, we're looking at a bat. Okay, just a single bat in Batwing Hall. Okay, whatever. I guess that's Dr. Eek. It's not, but yeah, I guess I could say that in Werewolf Woods. That makes sense. But this is the best I think you could get for a purple peanut butter cover. And you know what? I'm gonna put it in the good ending tier. I don't think it's gonna be ranking above a lot of these other ones, but I think it's a good cover. I think it's a fun cover. It's just a lot of fun. Okay. Oh God. Under the Magician's Spell. This is not Mark Nagata's best cover. Oh man, it is something. I like the rabbit in the hat in the corner. Like I like that guy. But I do. Oh my God, the face on this cover is terrible. Like, geez, whose kid is this? Who's freaky kid with the crazy hair is this? And I do like that Mark Nagata did put some chucks on this kid, kind of giving that Jacobus kind of feel. And you're almost thinking, oh yeah, this is definitely a Jacobus cover because of that, even though it's not clearly. God, I don't know. I think it's worse than the Werewolf one. I don't like this cover. Though I will admit, I like the color on this one works. I'll at least give it that. Though it's a bit of a clashing fucking mess. Like, let's not lie to ourselves here. The Curse of the Creeping Coffin. Okay. This was the only book on the CR's top 11 Goosebumps one? Top 10? I can't remember what he did. I like CR and Familiar Faces. He put me back in the mood for them Goosebumps at one point. But I look at this cover. It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. Like I see a skeleton, clawing its way out of a coffin, but I don't see enough of the skeleton. I see just two hands and a little bit of rib cage. And this coffin I'm just not feeling this one. I don't think it's not bad like these guys. It's more in the boring sense of bad. It's if anything, it is very anticlimactic. I think it's kind of on the boring side of that spectrum. It's not bad that it's just gonna kill you. It's just bad in the sense that it's kind of boring. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's all I gotta say about that one. Disappointing cover, decent book though. But we're not judging the actual book content here. We're judging the actual covers. That's what we do. All right, The Knight in Screaming Armor. I actually have a British version of this one. I have the British one somewhere on my shelf. For what it's worth, I own almost, I'd I'd say almost about 50%, maybe a little more than 50% of all these books. Like I have Up Until Zapped into Space, and then like interspersed, I have a couple of these other ones, kind of just randomly. Actually, you know what? I think I'm missing. I'm missing one from the first 22. I'm missing. I think the Tale of Tiki Island is the only one I'm missing from the set. I'm also missing my copy of Please Don't Feed the Vampire because I lent that to a friend because I told him it's a really fun book to read. Like he was like, "Oh, Chris, like, can I borrow one of your Give Yourself Goosebumps? Which one was his best?" I'm like, probably this one because it's actually the only one to get reprinted. But we're not on that. I'm going off topic here. Get back on topic. We're looking at a knight in screaming armor. I actually have to zoom in on the picture a little bit. I like, you know what? There's these little things in this cover that I really like. One, I love the night bird. Like there's literally a bird in armor flying around him. Kind of looks like a metal bird. Kind of looks like the owl from Clash of the Titans, except like a night night magpie. I don't know. It's kind of cool looking. Then you got your screaming knight. He's just got this like O face of just like, oh, and he's just like he's ready to kick some ass, possibly. I don't know. But this horse is a oof. It takes away from the cover if you ask me. I think the horse's armor clashes so much with the purple and the blue of the knight. It just doesn't work. Maybe if it was the same color as his plume of the like that kind of red instead of this bright red, it would look better and keep, obviously I think keeping the horse white would be a good choice, kind of goes with it. But that red armor really takes away from it. Like, gosh, I think it's better than purple peanut butter, but the red armor on the horse is just so freaking ugly. Like it just clashes with it, and like everything else looks really good on this cover, but the horse stands out, and that's not what should be standing out. The horse should not be standing out. The knight should be standing out. It's his book. But we look at this freaking horse in bright red armor that's like just sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah, it almost makes me want. You know what? I'm dropping it down to acceptable tier. That horse takes away too much for me, and it should be focusing so much on this knight in screaming armor, and it's just doesn't work. Diary of a Mad Mummy. Whew, this one's a little cartoony. This one's a little silly. This one's, I mean, what are you gonna do with Diary of a Mad Mummy? Golly, I don't like this cover. I really don't like this cover. Like the mummy's face he looks like a Doug character. He looks like one of the like fantasies Doug would have. He'd be like, I'm afraid of that mad mummy. Something stupid like that. He looks like a bad Doug fantasy. Like, Lord to have mercy on my soul. It's bad. Ooh, but where does it lands in the death ending tier. I'm gonna say that up front. I think it's the worst cover so far. I think it's the worst one we've seen so far. It's just everything about it. I hate how he's writing in the diary. It doesn't look right at all. And he's trying to hand you this green liquid, which is a nice touch. But everything about this cover is just not good. Like even the colors don't really work. I think the pink, not even pink, it's like mauve background is just, no, it's not very good. Yeah, I think that it really hurts it in the long run, I think. All right, we're up into the deep in the jungle of doom. We got ourselves a gill man. We got ourselves a fishy. It's something you become. Now, yet again, I have to take into consideration the cover and the title. Yeah, Diary of Mad Mummy. Yeah, we literally have a Mad Mummy with a diary. Too bad it looks like shit. But we look at this one and we're deep in the jungle of doom. Yet this doesn't feel like a jungle. This doesn't feel lively enough. I don't know. It's missing like the background. It needs more background trees. It feels flat. It feels boring. Like he's kind of being, surrounded almost by like plants, but it just doesn't look right. Like maybe Here's an idea. I think what would have made this cover work really well is if you had a kid peeking over like the bushes and you're looking at the back of the head or even the side head and you're just going, "Whoa," kind of like in the same vein of like a Girl Who Cried Monster kind of thing. And this thing's like coming right at them. This fish guy, this gill man almost. It's kind of on the weak side, and yet again, it's another one that uses pink to kind of like I don't know. What's with Mark Nagata? He loves pink. I don't know why. He just really loves pink, I guess. Like it's a good color. Don't get me wrong, but not everything needs to be pink. When I see why would you know what? No, I can't say why would something aquatic in the Amazon or wherever this takes place be pink. And I'm like, oh yeah, there's also the pink river dolphins. So I can't make that excuse here for them. There are pink river dolphins, but just doesn't look right. I don't know. I feel like it just doesn't look good. Like it kind of clashes. Like he doesn't need to be green, but he needs to be something that goes well with green. I don't know, just not a purple. Let's not do another purple. I think I'm gonna go with anticlimactic. Like this is yet another one that kind of like I think I'm gonna put a creeping coffin because I like the fish monster design. I think he's a good design. He's got the mohawk, his big buggy eyes, but the colors, his hips look really weird too. I don't know. I just realized his hips look a little weird for my taste. I mean, he is a fish. Fish don't got hips. Why has he got hips? I don't know. Or do fish have hips? Fish don't have hips, right? No, fish don't have hips. Don't Google that. I'm not gonna Google it, but yeah, no, it's just on the weak side. It's very anticlimactic in the same sense as creeping topping. It's like there could have been so much more for this cover, and yet there's not. It's not enough. It's weak. I think we're gonna get a lot of those in the Give Yourself Goosebumps area. That they're gonna be kind of in the anticlimactic area because there's so much more they could have put in there instead of just focusing on just this one thing. We could have a little bit more, some more. Just some things need some more. Speaking of needing some more, welcome to the Wicked Wax Museum. Yet another one that I'm like, I do like this cover. I do. But do I you know what? This is something I just realized with the Give Yourself Goosebumps books. They take away so much of the cover, like unlike the regular Goosebumps, like where the picture is a bigger part of the cover. You don't have like all this shit, blocking it. Like it's inside of a border, which takes away so much. We could have had more picture. Like later on, the books get more picture, but at the same time, or this early on, like I think it's once you like I said, once you get to 22, that's where like it becomes the full picture. But the border on the early ones really do take away from this, and maybe that's why they kind of had to be kind of smaller, more simpler because of that. It's like, oh, yeah, sorry, Mark, your paintings are not going to work for us because they need to be tiny. You can't put as much detail because the picture's not going to be as big. Just a theory. A game theory. No, Goosebumps theory. A Goosebumps theory. But no, let's get back on topic here. This is not a great cover. And I don't know. I'm disappointed by this one. It's just drippy woman wax figure, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look like wax. It looks like, I'm not going to say it. She was at a bukkake. Things got a little crazy at the Wicked Wax Museum. I'm sorry. Oh, shouldn't have said it. I said it. I can't take it back now. I'm not gonna edit it out. Don't you dare! Don't you click on that, Chris. That's better. Yeah, I'm just not impressed by this cover. It doesn't look like melting wax as much as just like she's dripping. It looks like she's just dripping wet stuff, like she got spritzed. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. I think I'm gonna put it in the death ending tier, but it's gonna be high up out there because I don't think it's as bad as like these other guys. It's just the details feel off. It doesn't look that good. It's got a very boring background. It's funny. We finally have we have some backgrounds going on here, but like this one's so boring that it doesn't help with it. Like if it had a better background, I could maybe put it in the anticlimactic tier, but this time around, I'm just like, snore. Scream of the Evil Genie. I kind of like this cover. It's not I'm going to say up front, doesn't really give me Genie vibes as much as, well, actually, no. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it kind of gives me I Dream of Genie vibes. Because the smoke kind of thing. But I don't know. I like the eyes on the cover. They're very piercing. They're very looking like they really do follow the reader. If I'm holding my phone anywhere, it's just like, yep, I am everywhere and nowhere at once. I hit my desk again. I like that. I really like the eyes on this cover. This one might go to the top. I like the soda can. I like that it's coming out of the soda can. It it's giving you kind of hints. It's a dirty, dingy alley. I like it. I like this one. There's some details in this one that I like. I think it's gonna be on the lower end of the Jacobus would be proud, but there's some aspects on this one that I like. We finally got a good cover. We finally got a really good cover. Thank you. Okay, the creepy creations of Professor Shock. You know how I said that some of these covers don't have enough stuff on there? This one feels cluttered. This one feels like there's too much going on. And it doesn't help. I haven't said this already. I haven't said this yet. I'm looking at just the base covers. I'm looking at them in this form. I'm not looking at the full paintings that Mark Nagata did that are on the Goosebumps wikis. No, I want to look at these covers like how they appear. And the what's it called? Putting the join all new Goosebumps fan club details inside and the 20 different stories does not help this cover at all. It just makes it feel super cluttered, and it's just it like I like the robot. I'm gonna say it up front. I like this robot. He's a neat design. Kind of has that Homer, the robot one from I think Treehouse of Horrors 2, where Mr. Burns makes Homer into the robot. It kind of has that kind of vibe to it, except kind of tinier. I like it. I just think it's a little too cluttered, and it's just not working for me. I just realized actually it's only half the robot. There's no legs on this guy. He's missing one of the hands. That's actually really cool. I think I'm going to put it on the lower tier of good ending tier. There's some stuff that's really working for this. This could be a Jacobus would be proud, or even the top tier good ending tier, if it just wasn't so cluttered and just it's the clutter. It's the clutter that gets me. It just does not help it. Okay, the only of the Give Yourself Goosebumps to get a reprinting. Please don't feed the vampire. Talk about kind of a lame cover. This one's yet again, it's another Mark Nagata classic, right? God, I love the reprint cover. I'm just gonna say, like, if it were up to me, the reprint cover would probably be top tier. Jacobus would be proud. When we're talking about this one, we're talking about the very bland white gray poodle with pink bows and sharp vampire fangs with a broken bone in its bowl. I don't know. I'm not feeling this one, guys. I'm like, it looks kind of cool. Like I'll give it to it. It kind of has that like classic, or not classic, but like that 90s and 80s vampire feel of just the kind of like enraged, like kind of face that kind of got popular, kind of around Lost Boys area and Fright Night. But I'm not feeling this one too much. I think it's going to be on the lower end of the acceptable. I think it's above As I Can Imagine, because you know what? The face on the poodle works. It's just kind of lame that it's a poodle. Like, I don't know. There could definitely be better covers for this one, I think. Secret Agent Grandma. Now you're probably thinking, oh, Chris is not gonna like this one. This is so stupid. And that's what I think about that. No, I kind of like this cover. There's parts of me that I'm like really dig this cover because we got literally an alien ripping off human skin flesh. And this book came out before Men in Black. This book came out at least 2-3 months before Men in Black came out. Trailer maybe, I don't know. I mean, Arlstein kind of pumps these out really fast. I'm assuming maybe even Ghost Written. I'm not going to make any claims yet. I just know the last one and this one's definitely Ghost Written, but we're not talking about that here. We're talking about Secret Agent Grandma, and the title alone would make me go, no, thank you. This sounds freaking stupid. But looking at the cover, can make me change my mind because this is a really kind of a freaky cover. Like it's literally an alien ripping off a grandma skin suit. It's kind of cool, guys. Like they're yeah, it's kind of freaking ugly, the grandma outfit, but it kind of works perfectly because it's a grandma. Uh, I think I think it's a good ending tier. Where does it land on the good ending tier? I think it's going to go above Professor Shock. You know, no, I think this one's going to be top of the good ending tier, bordering on Jacobus would be proud. I think the background's a little bland. Maybe if they could have added like a UFO or something in the sky, I don't know, maybe something else on this one besides just kind of a boring. Because all we're getting here is just a posed figure and a very simple backyard looking kind of area. Kind of on the weak side for that, but you know what? I like the skin ripping off. It almost lands itself in the acceptable ending tier if it wasn't so freaking cool. But I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a cool one. All right. Little comic shop of horrors, little comic shop of horrors. Oh, 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 oh. That was my window shaking, people. I don't understand why my window's shaking. Okay. Little comic shop of horrors. I don't know what to say about this. I really don't. I look at this and I'm like, super lizard. Wow, that it's so scary. Ooh. It doesn't even look like he's in a comic shop for what it's worth. Like looking at the backgrounds, there's a bunch of long boxes, and it's like, why would there just be long boxes in a comic shop? Maybe I've just gone to the wrong comic shop. Maybe I don't go to the cool ones. I mean, then again, this in the story, it's not a very cool. It's an old comic shop kind of thing. So maybe it kind of works for it, but I don't know. It doesn't draw the eye. Like I mean, yeah, I know. I get the idea of like, oh, I just wouldn't want the artist to make a bunch of like fake covers, but that's like your time to put Easter eggs. Come on. Like you put like something cool, like maybe even like sneak in a couple like of the old Goosebumps covers or something, like something cool like that, instead of just like bare background with a super lizard ripping up covers. And I really don't like the design of Super Lizard. I'm gonna be honest here. I hate the tusk. Like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't look good. It's it's not a good cover, but it's not death ending tier. I think it's gonna land on the outside end of anticlimactic one because I don't like the monster design, and I think it's a very weak monster design. Like it's got some things going for it. I like the costume. It's funny. It's funny that he's literally in Superman's outfit for the most part, minus the red undies. This predated the what was it, the new 52 pants Superman. Thank you very much. But yeah, no, I think it's on the lower end of anticlimactic ending tier, bordering on the death ending tier. But I don't know. I like his design. If they got rid of the tusk and maybe made him a fire breathing lizard, I don't know, something more interesting than giant tusk. It just feels wrong, especially for a lizard. It just feels wrong. Okay, Attack of the Beastly Babysitter. Okay, Okay, this one's gonna get a few extra points for me because this is the first Give Yourself Goosebumps I ever read. This got me into my second, like I don't know if I've talked about this on like a side podcast in my Patreon. Unlock it at patreon.com/speaking of which. It's $1 for all the content. But I talk about kind of like my 3 stages of Goosebumps loving. And this was kind of this was the awakening of the second launch of my love of Goosebumps, was this exact book. But I digress. Go pay $1 for a month. It's $1 a month, people. You can listen to it there. But I look at this cover now. Part of me likes it. I like the rat babysitter, yet at the same time, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like I feel like it should have been like a normal babysitter with maybe a rat tail coming out versus a full-blown rat babysitter. But it works. We're I think if it was more of a hidden kind of thing, kind of like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a cover that has like the hidden monster. I'm thinking of Creature Teacher, but that's not right at all. Because Creature Teacher had a bunch of different covers, but I think if it was just like normal Babysitter looking, but maybe have like a rat tail coming out, but all these freaking ads for the Goosebumps show and the 20 different scary endings doesn't help with it. Yeah, I guess you have to make it a beastly Babysitter. I give props because I do love the eyes peering through the blinds, being like, "Oh shit, I'm scared." That has good goosebump vibes to me. I think I'm gonna put this on the good ending. No, acceptable. I'm putting it at the acceptable. I don't want my nostalgia to kind of ruin me on this one. I think it's acceptable. I I just don't like the idea that it's an actual rat person doing it. I think if it was more of a hidden character, kind of how the story goes, would have been more interesting. But hey, you got to draw the kids in with creepy cover. Just didn't draw me in. Sorry. Escape from camp. Run for your life. Oof. This is a gruesome cover right here. This is a pretty decent little cover. I like the purple. I love the purple background of the nightly scene with the glowing bright moon. I love these like zombies. I'm assuming they're zombies. Like they're really freaking creepy looking. Like the half-eaten face off with worms coming out. Like, are there just worms coming out of all three of them? Like that's pretty neat little design. Maybe lay off the worms, maybe put something else in there, but this has got some good designs to it. I love that he's eating like a what is that? Like a leg? No, he's eating bugs on a stick. Okay. I gotta give this cover credit where credit is due. That's a pretty good cover. Like solid. That is a solid looking cover. I think it's gonna be on the lower end of the tier list on this one. Just because I do think their faces, besides the green and the half face one, those two look great. I don't like the blue faced one. I don't know. I don't like the blue one. Something's off about it. But I like it almost all around. I near perfect. Near perfect, I think. Just a little goofy. A little too goofy. Speaking of a little too goofy, toy terror batteries included. Lord, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I hate the title of this book. Like, it's literally one of those ones that where R.L. Stine is like, toy terror. That's pretty good, but I can make a better title. Batteries included. I'm funny, RL. I'm so funny. I don't know why I made him tell me what's so, but he became tell me what's so. Okay, so we're getting a tiny Tina breaking through. What is going on? Hold up, I gotta like actually zoom in on this. Is she like breaking through packaging? No, she's. What the hell is she breaking through? Maybe she's breaking through a toy box. I can't tell honestly. Like this cover. It has nice. Like I'm gonna be honest. I like the background of this. I like the toy store look. The toy store look. Like I like seeing all these other toys. Even the bear frowning looks really nice right there. I like that. But my biggest problem is I can't tell what she's breaking through. Like I think what would have been really good is if she was actually inside like a toy box and like you could tell that it's a toy box. This I can't tell. This I'm just like, what is going on here? Um, yeah, I mean I like the design. I'll give it that. It's got that terrifying, pigtails, crazed eye look, sharp teeth of a creepy doll. Ugh, it's just a little disappointing that I can't tell what she's breaking out of because there's clearly broken glass or plastic coming out. Like I think I'm gonna put this on the acceptable one. It's not anticlimactic because you know what? It's got some good stuff going for it. It really does. But I think it's just acceptable. I just don't know what she's breaking out of, and that's what bugs me. I think if we knew what she was breaking out of, I could give it a little bit better. But I'm a little disappointed by that one. Looking closer, I'm like, just eh. Okay, the twisted tale of Tiki Island. Hmm. This is an interesting cover. We got ourselves an octopus. One, two, three, four, five. Sorry, a septopus. Septopus. Right? Five tentacles of septa. I don't quote me on that. Should I Google it? No, I'm not gonna Google it. I just wanted to make a good reference to home movies. Who doesn't like a good home movies reference? Um, we got ourselves a septopus who's got himself a fish that's looking back, and the fish looks concerned. Like, he doesn't look scared, he just looks concerned. He's like, I don't, what am I doing on this cover? This is a this is a fucking ugly cover. This is not a good cover. I I'll give it some, I'll give it a little bit of credit. The background looks nice. I like that you can see a little bit of the tropical island look. You got a volcano in the background. You got some trees. You got fun. It's right there. It's right there. See? Yep. There you go. But I don't know. This is kind of anticlimactic. Like, I don't think it's death ending tier, but it's anticlimactic. Like, we could have gotten a little bit better with the giant octopus, right? It just feels a little weak. It feels weak. It's a weak ending. It's an anticlimactic ending. Like I said. All right, return to the Carnival of Horrors. All right, okay, we got some spooky ghost guys on a roller coaster. They're looking a little cartoony. They're looking off. They don't look right. I don't know. Like, this is what I think the first cover should have kind of looked like, except with actual Jacobus's work for it or on it. Not for it. Gotta work for it, baby. But let's be honest here. I don't like the cartoony look. It looks off. It looks wrong. It's still Mark Nagata, which is weird. Because, like, the rest of these aren't that cartoony. Like, they're not cartoonish like this. This doesn't look like his work. This looks like he got someone else to do it and just put his name on it. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it feels like it could almost be a proper Goosebumps like cover. Like, it has those ghostly kids on a roller coaster. That works. That's a great idea for a Goosebumps cover. It could have been one of the More Tales That Give You Goosebumps cover. Just put, like, Curly as one of them, you know? But it just doesn't work on this one. It's a little too cartoony. It looks a little Hanna-Barbera. No, it's anticlimactic. Like, I think it's going to be on the middle tier of anticlimactic. You know what? No, I'm going to put it at the end of acceptable ending tier. Because, you know what? It's got a really good idea. It's not so bad that I'm hating it, but it is a little bit on the lame side. It's kind of lame, but it's cool though. It's a good concept, just doesn't work though. Just doesn't work for me, at least. All right, we're on to the new covers, the weird, the kind of weirder like, I don't know. I look at these ones and I'm like, ooh, shiny, almost like late 90s. Ooh, kind of borders on these ones. A little sharper edges, little straight lines, no blah, blah. And you get to see more of the cover, which I like. This is the era that I like a little bit more because it's got some good covers. This part I like. This is the last Mark Nagata though, so I'm sad to say that. But you know what? I think he went out on a banger. I like this twin-headed alien. I can't remember what they're called. There's too many damn aliens. Too many damn aliens. I don't know what they're called. But I like his design. I like the four arms. I like the two toes. I like the two toes. I don't know. Two-tone army. And even the background works, but it's not the best background. I'm going to give this one a good ending tier. I'm going to put it above, I'm going to put it right next to Secret Agent Grandma, but not ahead of it. I think the alien design is neat. It's kind of like Secret Agent Grandma. It's got a really neat design, but yet again, weak background. You're giving me nothing here. You're giving me an alien on a platform that looks like he's on a ship, but I'm not quite sure he's on a ship. Kind of lame for that reason. But that design, it's a good design. I like a good alien design. I'm not gonna lie here. I love sci-fi, and that's got a decent little design there. All right. Oh wait, no, I lied. Mark Nagata did this one too. Mark Nagata doesn't do the next one. I think. For some reason I thought he stopped at 23, but no, he stops at 24. Did I say 22 earlier? Too many numbers. I don't know numbers. Okay, so this looks to be Mark Nagata's last one here. What do I think of Lost in Stink Eye Swamp? One, I love that name. I love that cover. That's a good title name. So it's already got stuff at least right here for me. But what about the designs? All right, I'm looking at it here. Uh, I'm not a big fan of this Venus flytrap looking creature. It's not the best looking one. I don't know. Something about it seems off. Maybe it's the teeth. Maybe it's the tentacles. Maybe it's the color of the body being purple and green again, and too much pink. Three. I mean, three colors that can go well with one another, but not well on this cover. I'll give it some credit. I like the background. We know it's a stink eye swamp because we got stinky alligators in the background with their mouths open, ready to chomp you up. I think this one's kind of on the lower end, though. I think it's going to be in the acceptable area. I think it's worse than the roller coaster riding ghouls. I don't know. Something just doesn't feel right on this cover. I don't know what it is. Just something doesn't feel right, and it makes me a little sad. Makes me a little sad. All right. So now we're on a new artist, Craig White. And how does he open up? He gives us shop till you drop dead. We got ourselves a purple monster guy. He's kind of swole. He's got some shopping bags in his hands. He wants to shop till he drops dead, I guess. God, that's another R.L. Stein fucking title. That's an R.L. Stein ass title. He was just like, yeah, shop till you drop dead. That's right. Shop till you drop dead. And he just kept saying it like that. He just keeps laughing. Oh, that's an R.L. Stein ass ending. Or ending title. But what do I think of this guy? I like the monster design. He's not the best one. He kind of looks like a werewolf, a purple werewolf, but not as cool. I don't know. I think there could have been something better on this cover. Maybe some mannequins, some spooky mannequins could have been on this one. I don't know. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It really is in that category of the acceptable tier one. I think I'm going to put it next to the purple alligator. Just something about it. It's yet again, it's another one that I'm just like, I'm not sure why it just doesn't work for me, but something just doesn't work for me. All right, Alone in Snakebite Canyon. This one's getting some points knocked off for me. One, we got ourselves a plain ass looking snake here. If I want an animal on my Goosebumps cover, they gotta look a little weird. They gotta look a little demented. That's why Vampire Rilla's up here. That's why the Bat's up here. And that's probably why the Poodle and Alligator are right down here, because they're just acceptable. But this one's not monstrous. There's nothing monstrous about this. Like, maybe if they made it look a little crazier, maybe that's see, this one's gonna go in the top of the anticlimactic ending tier, because it's a good designed snake. Don't get me wrong. That is a beautiful freaking spooky snake, but nothing about it beyond it being a rattlesnake is scary. It's just a scary snake. It's not like a legit horrific monstrous snake that's like gonna come out and grab you or something, you know? It's just a rattlesnake, and it's anticlimactic for me. It's very well designed. I'm not gonna be wrong. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking snake, but it's weak. It's a weak little snake. Kind of just on the boring side. Next up, checkout time at the Dead End Hotel. This one's kind of a mixed bag. I like the skeleton. I like the design of the skeleton. I like that it's got this big chin. He's got this very haunting grimace of just passing you this key of like, welcome to die, little child. And I like that he's green. I like that he's kind of like a neon yellow, neon greenish kind of color. Works well with the back. I think the border colors work really well with this one. You know, the bellhop red, maroonish, almost. I don't know what color that is. It's almost a maroon, right? Like, that looks really nice. I think the borders look really good with it. But something about this cover. I don't know. I like the skeleton, but I think the background's kind of on the boring side. There's no, like room 13 or something like that on like the keys. There's nothing like, maybe if they made the keys a little spooky, I don't know, make a key a snake. Make a snake key. I'm putting it in this area because I like the design of the skeleton, but it falls in that same category of boring background Like, it's got a really cool designed character, but a boring ass background. All right, Knight of 1,000 Claws. Okay, we got ourselves a cat girl. Meow. Uh, how do I feel about this one? I'm gonna tell you up front. Something's off about that face. I don't know. This may have been his first attempt at trying to draw a cat girl, and maybe I've just been spoiled by the internet and people drawing their cat girls, and they looking pretty darn good. But something seems off. This, if I was watching a movie with a cat girl and she had this face, I'd be like, something seems off here. Like the makeup seems a little off here. And I'm gonna say it up front. I don't like the calico face. I think go with either a solid color or maybe even a panther color, some kind of something else. Calico doesn't strike fear into my heart. It makes me go, oh, kitty girl. Meow, 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 pet you, pet you. Oh gosh. Oh, I just realized in the background there's a little picture frame with the cat with a cat face that has like half her face. It doesn't show the orange part. But yeah, I'll give it a little points for that. I'll give it a little points. I like the lighthouse in the windowsill. I don't know why I like that as well. But something, I don't know. I don't think she seems off. It seems off for a Goosebumps cover for me. I think it kind of falls into this like middle area of just it's cool, I guess, but nothing crazy. Nothing that makes me go, ooh, Invaders from the big screen. Now this one, I'm gonna give some points to, even though it totally ripped off Midnight Madness, the Tale of Midnight Madness, what's it called, the Are You Afraid of the Dark episode with a creature coming through the screen. Actually, no, he's ripping through it, so no, I guess he's not really coming through the screen, kind of like that one. He's kind of ripping through it. I'm liking this cover. I am digging. If I have to give one thing to Craig White, he does really good colors. Like there's nothing I can complain about with his color choices. Very good color choices for almost all the books so far that he's done. I'm digging it. I am digging the purple gorilla with some nice brown fur. It looks nice. He's crashing through the screen. You got these people who are shaded purple to clearly show that they're in the dark room. I'm liking this cover. I think we finally have another Jacobus Would Be Proud, but where would have I'm going to put it near the end of Jacobus Would Be Proud. Not saying it's a bad cover, but I am saying it's a pretty darn good one, and to be in the top area like this, it should be proud. Your plant food. Kind of makes me sad. This is probably his first actually bad cover. I don't know. It's a little too green. There's like I compliment all his other covers for having beautiful colors and very, distinct looks to them. This one's kind of boring because it's just all green. Though if I can compliment one thing, I love that the borders have like this leaf look to them. That's really cool. But I don't know. And I'm just having it's just a kid screaming as he's turned into a plant. Just he's no stay out of the basement. That's for sure. I think it's gonna go at the top of the death ending tier. I don't think it's anticlimactic. I think it's just bad. It's nothing special. It could, I don't know how he could make a better one, but I just don't think it worked for this one. I just don't think it did. The Werewolf of Twisted Tree Lodge. Now this one's got that Jacobus feel because you got a monster in a situation that's kind of funny. It's got that silly Jacobus feel. A monster sitting by a campfire reading a book. That's kind of got a Jacobus feel to it, so that's getting some points for me for that. But I'm not a big fan of this werewolf's face. He's looking a little off. He's looking a little weird. He's looking je ne sais quoi. I don't even know. I just think he looks off. He's snarling at you, like he's pissed because you interrupted his reading time, which I fully understand. But I don't know. I just his face. I don't like his face. I want to punch it. Also, I don't like the red and white stripe. He's looking like a Waldo here. I think I'm going to put in the anticlimactic area. Yeah, in the middle. I'm gonna put it in the middle, just because I like the concept is there. It's just not well executed. Like I like that he's in the lodge reading a book. That feels like something that Tim would definitely put in one of his covers. You know, we've seen that plenty of times. But it's just That's all I guess. It's just All right. Next up, it's only a nightmare. Ooh. We got the Sleep Master 9000. Yet again, good color choices on this one. I love the blues, the purples, the pinks, and the blacks. They all look really good on this cover. Like, maybe his pajamas could be a little brighter pink, maybe to match the covers a little bit better. But they do match the kind of outside of the covers, so that's nice. And what's it saying right there? Is that just it literally has his name on the covers. I think that's kind of cute. Craig White. I like the design. I'm gonna say up front, I like the Sleep Master. He's kind of this blue ghoulish dude smiling. He's excited to get to bed. I understand that also well. And I love that it's a dark, stormy night. You literally have two bolts of lightning crashing. I think it's a little ridiculous that it's two. I don't know why you can't just have one that's splitting. Whatever. We're not here to talk about that, but I like this cover. I think this one works really well. I'm going to put it at the yet again, it's another one that's like, I think it's not the strongest cover out there, but it's still a really good cover. And speaking of really good covers, this one might take this might take my number one spot. It came from the internet. I love this cover. I think this might be one of the best this is probably the best monster design of any of these covers from the Give Yourself Goosebumps era. This creature right here, this dude, I think his name is Creech even, if I'm not mistaken. It's beautiful. I love the tentacles. I love the four fangs, the four eyes. It's beautiful. This is art. If I could own one Give Yourself Goosebumps cover as like a picture that I could put on my wall, it would be that one. It'd be that Craig White classic. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love the colors. I love everything about this cover. I think it's wonderful. I'm sad it never got a reprinting. I think it should. I own it already, whatever, but it could use a good reprint. Maybe update that computer screen and shit, make it a flat screen. Not that. Who owns a computer that looks like that anymore, right? All right. And now we're into the area of Craig White's career where he was just like, I guess I'll make a cover. Elevator to Nowhere. To steal someone else's joke. Yeah, bro, nice. Is he getting the best head? You tell me. It looks like he's getting some good head right there. Oh, God, I don't like this cover. Does anyone like this cover? Oh, geez. Marty, you have to save me from the elevator to nowhere. Oh, it's not a good cover. This might actually beat Mad Mummy on being the worst cover. Like it's so boring. But then again, I'm gonna give it some credit. I'm gonna push it up by 2 because what else are you gonna do for an elevator to nowhere? What else are you going to do? My only idea is maybe have a kid, like have back of a kid looking out into an elevator that is literally into a background of like mass chaos. Maybe that'd be my only idea, but it'd be a little too abstract for a Goosebumps cover, so I just don't think it would work. Hocus Pocus horror. You know how I said that like he had the best monster design? He also probably has the worst monster design out of all these covers. That is ugly. That is not good. I don't like this green, partially hairy creature. Like, what is its problem? What is its deal? Why does it exist? Nothing about the Hocus Pocus horror. I'm just calling it that. Yet again, I'm just calling it the Hocus Pocus horror. What about this Hocus Pocus horror is good, you know? The colors are at least nice. I like the blue kind of mystical flame or kind of mist that's coming up. I like it a little bit more than Mad Mummy, but it's got they got the same face almost. Oh, they're both really bad. It's a bad one. Well, like all Goosebumps series, there has to at least have one shark book, right? Oh, Ship of Ghouls. This one could have had a really cool cover when you think about it. It's called Ship of Ghouls, yet you give us a shark with blood possibly coming out of its mouth, which is cool. I'm gonna leave it up front. This might be the only Goosebumps cover with actual red blood. That's cool. It is in water for what it's worth, so it is, that's why he probably was able to get away with it. It's frightening, but the shark is not that scary. The shark is not well designed, if you ask me. He's got these weird kind of eyebrow ridges. I don't know. I do like the background being the actual ship of a ghouls, maybe? I don't know. Where's my ship of ghouls? This is not it. This one's definitely going the anticlimactic area. I'm giving you a little bit of credit because it's possibly the only one with red blood. Only Goosebumps cover with red blood. I might be wrong. I don't know. But I got to give it some credit for that. But I see Ship of Ghouls and I see a shark on there. Where's my ship filled with ghouls? Why could we not have some skeletons or some zombies playing shuttleboard or whatever it's called? Shuffleboard? Is it shuffleboard? Yeah, whatever. On a cruise ship. Something goofy, even if it was goofy like that, I think it'd be a lot more fun than a shark. Like, it's disappointing that it's a shark. Well, no, shark. All right, Escape from Horror House. I gotta give some credit to this one. You made a spooky house with eyes and teeth. I give you points. I'll give you points for that. I like this cover. I really don't have much to say about this cover. I wish I had more to say. It's a good cover. Is it a little bit bland because of the background? Yes, but the whole house is the foreground. The house takes up the majority of it. It works. It's good. I'm glad to actually talk about a good cover again, even though I have not much to say about it. I like the colors, but they're kind of bland. We could use a little bit more. He relies a little too heavily on the blues and the purples, I think, but they work well with one another. Let's get a little bit brighter here. There we go. That's better. Let's get a little brighter here. Do the Twister of Terror. I'm a pug and I'm appalled by this soul. I guess I'm in the Twister of Terror. Bork, 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 bork. Top. Oh no! Top tier. Just top tier. No, it's not top tier. No, get the fuck out of here. I can't get over. This is the Let's Get Invisible. Not Let's Get. My Best Friend is Invisible of the Give Yourself Goosebumps covers. It's the one with the ridiculous looking animal that's like, ooh, like freaking out. That's a good ending to your book cover. I would read this as a kid because I'd be like, oh my god, that's adorable and funny, and I would read it as well because I think it's adorable and funny still. It's pretty funny. We have probably the most ridiculous cover, and then we have one of the most visceral and gross covers next with Scary Birthday to You. I gotta give credit to this one for a couple reasons here. One, it's yet another fucking RL fucking title of Scary Birthday to You. That's funny. I'm funny. Aren't I funny, wife? Redheaded wife of mine. Yes, RL, you're so funny. Haha, I'm getting your book, Psychotic Ramblings. You keep those psychotic ramblings in, woman. Okay, but no, literally, I like this. I actually think this might be my second favorite Give Yourself Goosebumps cover. It's disgusting and just beautiful in that disgusting way. Like, you take a ridiculous title like Scary Birthday to You, and we get like this gross, this vicious looking rat and all these bugs coming out of this cake. It's so gross. It's so beautiful. Wonderful cover. Craig White, I got to give credit where credit is due. Craig White might make some of the best covers of the Give Yourself Goosebumps, if you ask me. Like he doesn't have as many covers as the rest of them. No, wait, no, he has less, right? It's about the same, almost the same amount. I don't know. But no, if I have to at least say anything, he does have some really bum ass covers, for what it's worth. But he also has some of the worst covers. Okay, Zombie School. We're back into just like, you could have given me anything. You could have done so much with this one. Yet again, you give me bland looking kid. Though I do like the glassy eyes. I do like that the eyes are was that monochrome? I can't. When you have two different colored eyes, I kind of like that. It kind of has that look to it. It's kind of just a boring cover though. He doesn't even have like brains on his plate. He's got macaroni and cheese and some biscuits and green beans and milk. Put a brain on that platter. It's anticlimactic. I feel it's kind of in that same category. I think it's gonna go like kind of like right there. I like it right there. But yeah, just You could have done more. You could have done more. Put a brain on that lunch plate, and you're putting it in the acceptable category. No brain, it's all pain. Why are there two clock books? Let's Give Yourself Goosebumps series. Danger Time. That is yet again another RL. Danger Time. I'm gonna make that into a book. Thanks, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's no problem, RL, my best friend, RL Stein. It is Danger Time. It is RL Stein time. Ah. I like you too, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't wait for you to play me in the movie. I'm not gonna play you, wimpy little RL Stein in the movie. Get away from me, you little geek. So you are my best friend, you freak. Oh, you're no fun. Okay, I'm off of that now. Danger Time. We've already had a clock face monster here with TikTok. You're dead. This one does no better. This one, I think they're kind of literally they should be right next to each other because they're pretty much the same fucking covers. It's just this one actually has a kid hanging off, and that's kind of cool. You know what? Nah, this one's gonna go in the bad area. This is a bad cover because it's literally ripping itself off. It's literally ripping off its own series, just a different artist. Nah. Maybe if there was a different cover or different title. I don't know. Disappointing one. All right, All Day Nightmare, the only confirmed, as far as I know, ghost written Give Yourself Goosebumps, even though there's quite a few people believe that a lot of the later ones are ghost written, which, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. All Day Nightmare. More like All Day Snooze Fest. No, that's not true. This is a pretty boring cover, though. Like, it's like he could tell he was told, okay, Craig White, you know what? Put a spooky werewolf on there and just call it a day. And he was like, okay. But there's no background. There's no, I don't know. The colors are kind of drab. They're kind of boring on this cover. It kind of falls in the anticlimactic area, but at least the werewolf looks cool. But it's kind of drab. It's kind of boring, especially for something called All Day Nightmare. You're not giving me much here. You're giving me something kind of weak. I'm kind of sad this person didn't put cover number 43, whatever it was going to be called, the Penguins of Madagascar, part 5. I don't know what they're called. Okay, now to wrap this list up, we have the Ultimate Challenge special editions, which are very difficult. If you've ever read any of these, you know how difficult they are. And I've only read one. I've only read this exact one. This is the only one I own of this set. I need to get some more of these guys because they are a lot of fun. Into the Jaws of Doom. Craig White, you're winning me on this one. I'm liking the T-Rex skeleton. You put a skeleton on a book cover, I'm gonna probably buy that book. And it's up here. Jacobus would be proud. I think right here. Yeah, right here. The top 3 books are Craig White books. You gotta give this guy credit. He knows how to sell me. He's got some good shit. All right, he's got the good stuff. Return to Terror Tower. Mm, it's funny. This is a weak cover. I know it's nice to kind of get back into kind of bad cover territory. This is a weak cover right here. We just got to have Eye End Executioner, just looking super buff and doing nothing. He's not swinging his axe. He's just holding his axe. He's looking kind of like angry, being like, "What are you doing in Terror Tower? I thought I was going to kill some kids, but I'm going to kill you." He's kind of got that look to him. Not a big fan of this cover. Mm. I think we're gonna be falling into the anticlimactic ending tier. It's not terrible. His design is really good. He's swole, which is nice, but it's kind of boring. Kind of boring. Yeah, just a boring kind of cover. Now, on the opposite end of not boring covers, Trapped in the Circus of Fear gives us a freaking juggalo-looking ass clown juggling skulls. That's pretty bomb. That's pretty bomb. I think the background's a little weak on this one. It's funny. I think the backgrounds on almost all the power plays or special editions or whatever you want to call them of the Give Yourself Goosebumps have kind of weaker backgrounds. This one definitely falls in that category. I'm going to put clown juggling skulls right here. Yeah, right there's good. I like it. I like him juggling skulls, but I think we could have gotten a better circus background. We've gotten really good backgrounds from this guy, from Craig White, and looking at that, I'm just disappointed. And speaking of disappointed, One Night in Pain House. Why do we have an orange Pomeranian snarling at me? And I'm pretty sure it's in front of the house. I don't know where he's standing. That's a weird looking house. Something feels off. Like, I kind of like its design, but I don't. It's definitely not landing in this. It's not landing in this area. It's landing somewhere in the anticlimactic area. You know what? No. I do like this design. I think it's kind of in the stink eye swamp of I like the design, but it's a weak cover. It's got a weak background as well. It's not helping itself. It's definitely not helping its case by having such a weak cover, but I kind of like the snarling face. It looks a little weird though. Let's be honest here. The Curse of the Cave Creatures. All right, you know what? I was complaining about the backgrounds. This one's kind of got a nice background. I like the cave paintings. I like the bear ferociously coming through these paintings. But where is it gonna land? You know what? I think it's a lower end. Jacobus would be proud. I think the bear looks good, but it kind of falls in that same territory of the snake. I'm just looking at a bear here. Though the blue kind of energy that's coming through this portal of this cave wall is cool. You know what? No, I think I'm talking myself down into a good ending tier here. I'm liking it. I like the background. I like the idea. I like the title a lot. But I don't know. We could go for a more exaggerated looking bear. That's all I can say. I think it could look a little more exaggerated. Something that comes from a cave painting. Maybe look more like the cave painting itself, less detailed. Something more interesting. Just an idea. Revenge of the Body Squeezers. I've never read the Body Squeezers duology. Now it's a trilogy. Oh boy, they're coming for you. I don't know if I like his design of the Body Squeezers all that much. I mean, he clearly took the Jacobus design and didn't add much to it. We got ourselves. I think he's wearing pants. I don't think they wore pants on the other covers. I'm pretty positive this guy's wearing pants. No. Okay, what I thought was a belt was just the gun he was using. Do they use these gun things in those books? I don't know. I've never read the Body Squeezers, like I said. Maybe that would be a good drunken book club. Reading all 3 of the Body Squeezer books. Maybe we could do that for drunken book club sometime. Maybe for Halloween this year. Do the Body Squeezer trilogy. Let's be honest here, though. This is I'm liking the design, though. I liked it when they were green. Why is this guy blue now? Hmm. Yeah, middle. It's down the middle for me because he's not doing anything interesting. The action isn't anything special on this cover. Yeah, I think if this had a better action shot of maybe him like actually squeezing something or maybe attacking something versus attacking the reader, which just looks boring for me at least. At least I think that's kind of boring. We could have done something better, I think. I think so. But it just didn't work. Okay, trick or trapped. We're down to our last two right here. Trick or trapped. We got ourselves and I, I don't know, fucking orangutan, a shaved headed orangutan with candy. Ooh, pretty good dandy candy. Oh no, my candy. Um, I do like this design. I like that snarling teeth. I like the blue and the oranges. He's giving me some more colors here. He's not just strictly doing his blues and purples, though he does have a lot of blues in there. So part of me likes this cover. Part of me is kind of like about this cover. I think I'm gonna pull. I think I'm gonna put it right at the end of the good ending tier. I think it's a good design. I like the background of the house that's decorated for Halloween, but something just doesn't feel right. Yet again, it's one of those something doesn't feel right, and it's making me feel a little disappointed. Let's not lie here. All right, the final one, last chance. Let's give yourself goosebumps. Last chance. It's like he knew it was ending. Weekend at Poison Lake. I like this cover. I like this monster. I like this. It though it, yet again, it's another blue freaking cover. What is with Craig White and blue? He just loves his blues and purples, which I mean, they're very attractive colors. They're very I mean they're good colors. That's all I can say. But I think he relies on them a little too much. But this one at least has a really beautiful green goosebumps like background. Like that is a perfect goosebumps green color background. Though I'm not a big fan of the poison dart frog on the cover. I think he's looking a little cartoony compared to this very well designed lake monster with like these eye stalks and teeth. It looks really good. I like this creature design. Yet again, because of this design of this monster, this is a pretty good cover. But I think he's gonna kind of run. He's kind of at the end of that one for me, just because that frog. If that frog was a different color, maybe, or maybe it was something else. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Wait. Bam, there we go. We got two reaching out for you covers. Also, Craig White really likes reaching out to you covers, which I'm a fan of. I'm not gonna lie, but not all of them are perfect here. Oh my god, look, putting them next to each other, they are really a lot alike. I mean, it's not like he's copying himself. It's not like a 1-to-1 here, but you gotta kind of notice that. Yeah, maybe he used the same sketch, kind of based it off the same sketch there. I don't want to. I'm not. Wait. Oh my god. I'm tired. Okay. I think this is my definitive list. I'm just going to name off my top 3. It came from the internet. Scary Birthday to You and Into the Jaws of Doom. Top 3 covers. Craig White. You know what? I was going to be like Craig White classic, but what was this? 1, 2, 3 of these aren't Craig White covers. They're Mark Nagatas. Oh, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with this. I'm satisfied with judging this book by its cover today. Thank you for joining me on this journey of trying to figure these guys out. It is always a blast. Hey, if you want to see the next one, I'm considering doing the Goosebumps 2000s next. Maybe making a 2-part, or putting Goosebumps 2000s and the Most Wanted series kind of together, because it'd be kind of a shorter video. But maybe I can put a little bit more of a critical eye if I do the 2001 by itself, because I do like the Goosebumps 2000 covers. I think they're very well done. And since I do have the Goosebumps actual the art book, I can even have that out versus looking at my phone and actually look at the bigger details of it all. Who knows? But I do. I don't know what I know. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. I'm silly. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you don't listen to our podcast, it's speaking of which, listen to it on anywhere you listen to podcasts: Spotify, Amazon, Google Play, iTunes, all those places. And we also have a Patreon at patreon.com/speaking of which. All content is $1. $1 a month gets you so many things, and it helps me make all this stuff, especially when I work a full-time job and I'm not able to, work on this too much. It helps. It helps me be able to take a little bit of time off when I can, so I can work on this stuff. Because the podcast kind of comes first, because it's a little easier than this. I put a lot of work into these videos. All right, y'all stay cool out there, and peace.